Hey guys, Tyrip here, bringing you a 1v1 today. Here on Emily Fields. Playing for today's pointing in the south, we have Spaget Man playing as Ostheer. And his loadout is Blitzkrieg, Assault Support, and Jaeger Infantry. Facing off against him in the north, we have Kobal playing as Soviets. Immediately going for Urban Defense. In terms of rankings here, both these players in the mid-30s with their respective factions. So a bit of a slow start to this one. Sandbags plenty. Pios have a long line of sight, can see them back there, so not pressing in any further, but Kobal making a dive onto the cutoff. Gone for a 3, conscript 2 combat engineer start. But yes, Spaget not able to get the MG42 going yet. Here it comes now though. Grenadier's trying to return the favour, jumping onto the cutoff.
Grenadier squad.
Pios can protect the MG42. Spins around to deal with the conscripts though. Pios closes distance on the combat engineers. These troops pulling back now. This squad just left on the fuel point. Nothing happening over there. Combat engineers now coming in from the side with the flamethrower upgraded. Combat engineers disengaging, coming back in. No, disengaging again. Pios coming back. MG in some trouble from the conscripts from the rear, however. Spaget in a bit of trouble here, outnumbered. Trying to soft retreat with this machine gun, but even if he does... Okay, well, wow. Kobal giving him some breathing room there. I think that's a mistake. Could maybe still oorah through the machine gun. Looks like he's going to try to dodge around to the side, jump behind cover with this squad. Buy a bit of time and doesn't get suppressed. Oh boy. Oof. Quite risky going for the merge there. I thought he's going to lose the conscript squad in the process, but still alive just. Another merge in. Flamer doing the heavy lifting here. Some actually really strong model snipes from the Grenadiers so far. Take a quick look at the KD. Spaget actually slightly ahead. 4th Grenadier for Spaget, which I think generally makes sense if you get off to a kind of slow start like he has. Yeah, looking for the wipe though. Conscripts in some trouble through the centre. More Grenadiers flooding into the centre. Those conscripts need to get out of there. Does have the medics up already back at base. Kobal with a huge amount of manpower floating at the moment though. Hasn't found the time to put down any tech quite yet, but here comes the flamethrower squad planting it. Ideally it would be the other one, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Could also be a reasonable time to try to get some mines down over here as well. No sweepers for Spaget. Probably could have got 1 or 2 down while they were capping over here. But yeah, I think, yeah, as I said, if you get off to a slow start like Spaget did, going for a 4th Grenadier at this stage does make a lot of sense. Did also have the option of maybe trying to field a Jaeger command squad. Would have hit the field a bit later though, still not quite 2 command points.
Shock troops awaiting deployment.
Cool,
High command has authorized converting civilian structures to field headquarters, Commander.
He's ticked out. Here comes the combat engineer squad now with the flamethrower looking to flank the machine gun. It's pulling back slightly. Setting up to cover this angle. Hoping to get some flame bursts off. Might be able to hit 1 or 2 models, but I imagine the ones further back are going to be alright. Mate. Ooh, onto the combat engineers, and they dropped the flamethrower. I didn't see the animation, just heard the noise. I thought it was on these conscripts, but no, it was on the combat engineers. Big loss. And now the Grenadiers are going to be able to pick the flamethrower as well. We do have the crawlers over here revealing. That Grenadier going for it. Ouch. Okay, so big win. Cool, actually going for shock troops, which is quite rare to see. But could actually work out okay in this game. Spaget hasn't got his tier 2 down yet, and 6 minutes 30 usually already got the 222 out at this stage, so the shock troops could go unpunished since Spaget is so far behind in his tech.
Enemy has broken
weaken our supply lines.
Here it comes now, though. We've got a couple greenies with the LMGs equipped. It is chased away from the munitions point. Pretty close on the victory points at the moment as well. Spaget with a slight lead currently.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Kobal, though, quite late getting his tier 3 tech down. Which can be, okay, double 222s from Spaget. Interesting build. Late, very late, but could actually work out in this particular instance. Kobal's so late to get his own tier 3 down.
AT gun is ready for combat.
We'll have to wait and see, though. As many AT guns are pretty damn strong against light vehicles such as
Comrade Commander.
the 222, however. Just have quite a wide arc, good rate of fire, good damage. Makes it hard for the 222 to avoid. No, it cancels the second 222, alright. Screen deal with the flamethrower and the LMG. Troops able to pressure through that, but now tough retreat path. Grenadiers, oops. And the 222. The T-gun covers them up though, only drops one model. Pretty nice. Pressured away from the center as well. Currently capping the fuel again. But Kobal, yeah, does have a lot of munitions. Should probably be planting a mine or two while he's doing that with that combat engineer squad. Under a bit of pressure with the anti-tank gun. Backs it away. 222 looking to come back in. 2 shots from the AT gun and it's dead, so he's going to have to be quite cautious with it. And with the machine gun set up in this angle, Kobal decides to just cut his losses and get out of there. Which I think is a wise choice, able to skate around the back with the anti-tank gun so it doesn't take any damage. And you know, it's still connected to the fuel down here, so at the end of the day, doesn't matter a huge amount. We do have an anti-tank gun out now for Spaget. I was expecting a retaliation. The light vehicle department, Kobal only putting down his tier 3 now, and because he went for those shock troops, he doesn't have the manpower for a T-70 right now. But yeah, I do think that he needs a light vehicle. You know, he's a little bit behind, which would mean that his tier 4 would also maybe come in a bit late. Which would then mean that he's fighting LMG Grenadiers versus vanilla conscripts for quite a long time, which is a tough matchup, but maybe he'll just go straight for tier 4. Hard to say. Being repaired up. Interrupted though by the anti-tank. Good rotation of that from side to side. Shock troops, I think they were going to throw a smoke grenade, decide against it. The M42 rather, getting in some more damage. I think it might survive one more hit, but it'll be a very close call. And this is a risky move, leaving the 222 there for so long. No, it did not survive one more shot. Down it goes. It was kind of like right on the threshold there. Okay, so a bit reckless from Spaget, letting his 222 go down like that. He had an easy exit. He could have just driven away, probably driven back to base as well, since that's where the Pios are. Repaired it up back there, but instead left it in the action. And down it goes. Kobal is going to go for the T-70 though anyway. This is like I think a reasonable opportunity to not go for the T-70. Your opponent has gone for a preemptive anti-tank gun, so they're kind of fighting like one squad down. And you just took out your opponent's light vehicle, so you don't have to get your own light vehicle to pressure away their light vehicle. So I feel like this now would have been an okay situation to go straight tier 4, but hard to go wrong with the T-70, I suppose. Yeah, Jaeger Infantry for Spaget. Gonna have access to the Sprint plus Panzerfaust combo, very, very potent. In fact, missing its first shot, destroying the heavy cover there. T-70 backs out. Good attack round attempt, very close to the target. Troops charging in. Grenade out. Threw it behind the squad, hoping that they would retreat into it. Looks like the retreat path was out to the side anyway, so wouldn't quite have worked out. But there was a cheeky grenade from Kobal. And it looks like Spaget didn't feel safe setting up his anti-tank gun there. Did have a machine gun, kind of covering it though. Squad Grenadiers doesn't have the LMG yet, so can't really do too much damage to the shock troops as they charge in. Oh, a little tickle of suppression. No. Doesn't get the suppression off. T-gun right there. Probably having a sight blocked by that shrub though. Pushing forwards now. Easy dodge on the grenade. Grenade is very low. Might as well pull back. Heal up at this stage. The shock troop's going to give up on the capture. Sprinkle more damage. 5th Grenadier from Spaget. Surprising. I mean, I feel like he probably just could go for the command squad. No? Cancelled it. Okay. Second pack. Maybe that makes a bit more sense. But yeah, I was going to say, if you're going to go for yet another squad of infantry like that, I feel like it probably should be a command squad, because he's already low on munitions. It would save him one weapon upgrade with the munitions. And just generally, it's a very strong squad. The flare is very handy with the scouting. T-70 driving by. Once again, the pack missing though. Spaget not having much luck with that. Machine gun spins around. Under pressure from the flamethrower from the other end. Anti-tank gun hanging around for a little bit too long. Close enough to base, I think it's going to survive. Conscripts not super damaging in this scenario. Managed to flank around over here, get a bit of territory going again. Spaget. Those of his tier 3 down, but just Kobal's been doing enough with these cutoffs to really slow down this last 50 or so fuel as he makes his way towards a medium tank. That is really hurting Spaget at the moment. Damage there. I don't think that was even a direct hit, right? That one was. Okay. Double anti-tank guns. Forcing away T-70. Engineers bring down tier 4 now. But yes, Spaget really struggling for territory control. It's kind of surprising. Like, his army seems like it should be able to hold a lot more ground than this. The shock troops have, I feel, in spite of having not many kills, been pretty effective. You can see they're already a vet 2. Smoke out.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
100 fuel now for Spaget. Is it going to be the Flak Panzer, or is he going to stay the course, go for a Panzer IV? Sandbags over here causing Spaget some issues, having to come around from the side. Inching forwards. Smoke grenade into the retreat path, okay, making sure it's all safe.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
VP captured. VPs are pretty much dead even though Kobal has had a dominant period of map control. VP's very close between these two. Looks like Spaget's starting to get some ambush camo upgrades for his Grenadiers now as well. 2 of them. Another squad of Pios. Reasonable choice. Rifle-nades. Easy dodge from the conscripts though. And now Panzer IV in the works for Spaget.
T-34 ready for combat.
Still doesn't have any sweepers on either of his pyros, which is a little bit worrying. I don't think I've seen Kobal plant many mines, but usually at this rank, when we see double combat engineers, there are a gang of mines down. So it's a recipe for failure right now, not having any sweepers. Uh-oh, T-70, could this be the end of its luck? No. Gets away, close call. Second anti-tank guns in a reasonable position. Maybe doesn't quite have sight. There we go, firing off one shot now. T-34 decides to back away. Back sets up, hoping for another shot.
The enemy has
No.
taken our supply sector.
Doesn't come through, but quite surprising that Kobal managed to get his medium tank out before Spaget. He showed how that, you know, late bit of decapping cutoff play just hurts Spaget so much. But it's on the field now. Let's see how he goes with it. Did he just upgrade that with a flamethrower? I thought they were both unupgraded, but maybe I'm wrong. T-34 with a bit of a drive-by. Main objective right now for Kobal, avoid losing your tanks to the double anti-tank guns. Oh boy, and that is the wrong way to go about it. Running right into a Faust, double packs, and the Panzer IV there. Clumsy stuff from Kobal. Bit of a misclick driving that far forwards in that scenario. 42 and Zis combo trying to pressure Panzer IV, but running into the machine gun, taking a big burst. T-34 completed repairs, pushing back into the center. G42 has inched its way forwards. So the double packs though. Both connecting on the T-34, packs out quickly. Grenadier sprinting forwards, looking to pressure the anti-tank guns. There's some conscripts there, however. T-34 pulling back. M42 gets decrewed, but quite a lot of Grenadier models down. And there we go, a shot from the Zis. Didn't merge into the M42 with that 7-man conscripts. Could have had it straight back up to full strength there. But yeah, a lot of damage onto both the mediums. Both players pulling back to lick their wounds in the meantime. Spaget though with a huge amount of manpower. This stage usually would see maybe a second machine gun. Could be an option, just box Kobal off the victory points. Kobal meanwhile, two options. Can go for the Katyusha or try stall for the KV-2.
The sector is at risk.
Have to wait and see which one. Does have the Zis, can use the old Zis barrage to clear out the machine gun, and here it comes.
300 points stand between us and defeat.
And indeed it is going to be a second machine gun for Spaget. Looking to slow the game down here. Control the territory. That's full rotating. Still hasn't got a machine gun upgrade on this, so missing out on quite a bit of DPS. Some lucky shots with that main gun. Back to the conscripts as well.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Conscripts capping the 5 EP. Points training against Spaget again. Kobal though behind by around 100, so it's been on the back foot for a while. Oh boy, this is bad news for the T-34. Double anti-tank guns right there, sprinting forwards. AT guns missing, but a crush action. And Grenadiers don't get the Faust off. Bit of a dance of the double anti-tank guns right now.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Kobal going for a third anti-tank gun, a second Zis in this instance. T-34 from the side, out of range. Diving play here from Spaget. Doesn't have enough munitions for light artillery barrage or anything like that. Panzer IV trying to escape. Drives away from the Zis. Good angling. And the M42's on anti-infantry mode, so actually doesn't fire off any damage. Conscripts with the Ura. Where's the anti-tank grenade though? No anti-tank grenades. Oh, Kobal, what was that? On the flank here with the T-34. Right on top of both the anti-tank guns. Can he escape alive though? Oh, don't back away that way. Oh, okay, behind the tree. That's the way to go. He's going to back away straight up, but goes backwards there. Wow. I think an anti-tank grenade would have killed the Panzer IV. So a missed opportunity there for Kobal. Well, would have had to penetrate to kill it, I suppose, but favoured to kill it.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Enemy coming from the right.
Okay, triple anti-tank guns out the back.
Enemy forces
This one though is still
supply
on
sector.
the anti-infantry mode. You can see how much shorter its range is in that mode. And you know, potentially it being on that mode cost him the kill. I think one more M42 shot as well would have killed off the Panzer IV. But it looks like Kobal did manage to stall to the KV2 by going for that second Zis. Does slow down his production by a touch. Got 150 manpower off once he hits the fuel. And wow, we do see AA command squad for Spaget. That's a lot of infantry to handle. Looks like he might have cancelled the second machine gun though, right? I saw him build it, then cancel it, build it, then cancel it. Unless I missed it going down. Decided to go with cancel. T-34 close to Vet 2, Panzer 4. Not even Vet 1 yet. Similar kill counts though. Pretty a bit of a slow pace this one at times. A few hectic moments, but a lot of waiting for the other guy to run into your team weapons style. Teleline down. Oh, lucky for Spaget that didn't kill his whole squad. Lane tank guys are right there. T-34 trying to back around. One pack shot misses. Panzer IV slow to rotate. And T-34 gets out of there. Here comes the KV2 though. One pack is Vet 2. Another close to Vet 2. So we've got the rate of fire bonus, but they don't have the penetration bonus yet, so a pretty good chance of them bouncing on the KV. Either way, getting some pretty good damage through there. A lot of repairs required now. And Jaeger is just laser beaming down those conscripts from the side. And Spaget now in control of the victory points. Looks like he's decided to go for a tier 4 style. And the repairs complete for the medium tanks. Double anti-tank guns going for a bit of a split this time. Spaget branching out somewhat. Kobal with very little territory under his control right now, so he's really hurting in that department.
We are losing a sector.
T-34 crushing those sandbags. Getting something going on the left at the moment. It's going to be a Panther for Spaget. One area that he is... Oh, Sprinting forwards, secure mode interrupted on the T-34. Faust is going to connect. We do have a Zis nearby. Spinning around. The Panzer IV penetrate enough through the frontal armor. Looks like he's not going to find out. Backing off there. And right to do so, because the Zis was hidden. Either way, once again, a lot of repairs required for Kobal, just time and time again. Isn't getting much damage done with his tanks because of that. Struggling a little bit for manpower. Doesn't have that much long range. You know, the conscripts are pretty good long range, but if they caught out in the open against the LMG Grenadiers, they will lose.
We have forced the enemy down to 200 points.
LMG pressing forwards slightly. KV getting aggressive. The anti-tank guns are right there, though. One of them in some trouble right in front of the KV2. The shock troops trying to close the distance. Panther coming in. And Pack's in some big trouble. There we go. KV2 finishes the job. We've got the triple anti-tank guns here as well. So if the Panther tries to get aggressive, things can go wrong quite quickly. Pack outright destroyed. This one going for the target weak point, activating now. Panther coming in from the rear. Target weak point activates. Where are the shock troops going? Oh boy, that's a big mistake. Pack misses though. What about the Panther? Well, KV2 does go down, but so does the Panther. Shock troops chasing away the Grenadiers. I think if the shock troops just ran straight at the Pack, either smoked it or maybe even HE grenaded it, he had a high chance of keeping that KV2 alive. And now it's going to be a battle for the Panther. Looks like Kobal wants to hold on to it. As a 4 coming across. Second anti-tank gun is also down. Hit it up a touch, but he's taking a lot of damage while repairing. Panzer IV diving in. Comm engineers outright die. Oh boy. Double anti-tank guns just getting laser beamed by all the machine guns from every angle at the moment. One Zis shot does connect though. And there we go. The Panzer IV goes down. MG42 also falling. Chaotic sequence there. But it seemed like it was Kobal's engagement to lose. A little bit unfortunate about his shock troop handling. Did also lose that combat engineer as well, so it's going to slow him down. Who's going to hold on to this Panther though? Looks like maybe Kobal's going to kill it. Yes, he's not going to risk it falling into Spaget's hands. Spaget able to recrew that Pack. Destroy one of the decrewed Zis. Oh, is that the M42? That was actually the M42. And Kobal, I think, making a mistake not stealing away that MG42. He had quite a few opportunities. So Spaget's going to be able to get that. Sprinting forwards, now pressuring the Zis. We do have the T-34 back there. Act as a bit of defense. Does manage to get the decrew at least. And the recrew on the MG42, so... could have gone a bit better as the dust settled for Kobal. Losing the combat engineer, repairing up the Panther. Avoidable, and I feel he should have stolen that MG42. Could have done with a machine gun in his army composition. But if we take a look, army size is very similar between the two. And Spaget is low on fuel. We lost that Panther so quickly, so Kobal does have a reasonable amount of time now to do some damage with this T-34. Looks like Spaget going for a second Pack. Understandable. Spinning around. Doesn't quite have the angle, and I think if he goes for attack rounds here, he's going to connect with that Panther wreck. So that doesn't really work out. Kobal down to just 58 VPs as well as VP control. Very weak over the last few minutes. Very important for him. Capping on the far side once again though. Could be a time to plant some mines with these combat engineers. There seems to be something missing in Kobal's game so far. Oh, Grenadiers down though. That was nasty from the T-34. Dropped the flamethrower as well. Can't pick it up with the conscripts however. Already got the 7-man upgrade. Now Panzer IV in the works for Spaget. Kobal looks like he's stalling for another KV2. Oh, there goes one of those telemines. Pack spins around. But with the shock troops right there, this might not end up going too well for him. Oh, shock troops bleed too much on the approach. T-34 does get away safely, however. Panzer IV's going to pop up. Probably a little bit too late to come over and secure the kill. Just fall back to the light cover. Gotta watch for a rifle grenade in this scenario. Prime rifle grenade moment for Spaget. Here it comes. There they go. That's how I dodge grenades, because I can see when it's a really good scenario for them and I just watch them like a hawk. My ping's generally quite poor. It's the old-fashioned way we call it. Nobody wants the flamethrower, huh? KV2 out now. Kobal though once again losing control of the victory points. Just have a squad camped on that one at the moment, but a lot of units out back healing up, repairing, reinforcing. Okay, picks up with the Jaeger command squad. I wonder if they could beat a shock troop squad now with that. Probably not. It might depend on spacing though, if the shock troops are super clumped. Take some big flame bursts. Double anti-tank guns lining up on the KV. Pressure on the ZIS. That command squad going to town. Oh, big damage from the KV. They drop the flamer. They do manage to get the decrew on the ZIS. Tank v tank over here, not really going anywhere fast. Second ZIS going forwards. Double packs. Also pressing forwards. KV2 could come back in from the side and blast away here. Deciding to pull back. T-34 running around the corner. There we go. Pack do finish off the ZIS. Now coming in from this side of the building. KV2 driving right on top of the double packs. Panzer IV coming back to assist. ZIS though I think needs to press forwards. He's pulling it back for reinforcements. T-34 not on prioritized vehicles, shooting at the infantry. KV2 now trying to back out. T-34 wrapping around. Kobal. Oh, dropped a model from the Pio, so he loses the Pio squad, jumping back on the pack. This does indeed come back in, but missing its shot on the Panzer IV. Kobal though applying the pressure, coming back in with the T-34. One pack setting up, the other pack getting decrewed. Shock troops in here, getting the job done. And the T-34 in this scenario with Vet 3 does have the edge. I'm surprised he's not playing this a little bit more aggressively, honestly. Here he comes now. And there he goes. Spaget losing his Panzer IV. We do have a rebuilt pack from Spaget. Finally burnt through all his manpower reserves. Kobal really needs to spin around and destroy this pack. He throws a smoke on it, but I don't think he himself needs to crew it. He's already got 2 anti-tank guns. Crews it with his shock troops. Very expensive. It's probably going to be enough to secure it, but either way, you know, triple anti-tank guns might be a bit much against 0 tanks. The kill might have just been better overall. Well, but here we go. Yeah, command squad pressuring this a little bit late to pull back, and that gets decrewed. KV2 also could be in some trouble here. Potential Faust. Io's looking to jump on top of the Zis. T-34 doing some damage. Split up here. Oh boy, double lane Tangos are right there. Oh, and even the Faust could probably kill now. No, the pack gets the job done. KV2's frontal armor failing to bounce any of those shots, and now the T-34 doing some risky business. Luckily, this pack loses its angle briefly. Conscripts do get suppressed, however. Oh, that was a well-timed snipe. If he hadn't got that, he probably could have gone down to the Zis setting up on him and firing as he backed away. But either way, not too bad. Spaget able to get back. There's this Kobal a little bit reckless leaving there's this so far forwards. When it didn't need to be forwards at all, right? There were just no tanks for Spaget at all. So might as well just send them all the way back to base even. If they're at 3 models, kind of low health. Very vulnerable to going down to a couple LMG bursts from these Grenadiers. Spaget's still down in the dumps though, still have that T-34. Such a lethal weapon. Vet 3. Kobal though does have to watch the victory points. I guess that answers the question of shock troops versus Jaeger Command Squad though. Jaeger Command Squad aren't Vet 3 yet. Did almost lose though in the 2v1. Staying on top of the Grenadiers. Spaget, I imagine, going to go for another Panzer IV. Though close to the amount of fuel, we could also consider a Panther. Panther's just not going to help him as much in the anti-infantry department, though. So it is going to be the Panzer IV once again. Oh, and I didn't even notice this, but Spaget did not regather that Zis. Perhaps a slight mistake from him. Like, regathering that Zis probably would have meant less territory control for him. Because you have to, you know, run forwards with the squad, cap it, run them back for healing and reinforcement. But he's got enough victory points to work with. He could afford to concede some territory for a while in order to bolster his army size with another anti-tank gun. Setting up now with the pack. T-34 trying to work the shrubs. Rifle nade in. Big damage. Conscripts go down. And Kobal not hanging around for another KV2. Gonna go for another T-34. I think that's the right choice. So long victory points. The stall could very easily lose him the game. Once again, I feel like this is a scenario where there should be some more mines going down, but we're just capping the fuel. Shock troops charging head on, but there's just so many Grenadiers. Made onto this side. Shock troops charging. Oh, combat engineers repairing up, go down there. Wow, big shot from the Panzer IV. 4 kills just like that. And that's going to slow down Kobal's repairs a long way. Only has 2 combat engineers. Cheeky stuff from the T-34, looking for the decrew on this pack. So low on health, but it looks like he's going to take a shot. Does get the decrew, however, and the Faust arrived just a touch too late to result, or too early to result in engine damage. But that was a Pyro squad right there for the recrew. Squad hanging around, looking for another Faust. Decide to retreat though instead. Engineers brought off their repair duty to try to do some capture, but it's not necessary. It is capping on the far side, so Kobal not draining VPs. Didn't really need to go for desperate jump onto the center like that. Panzer IV's 2 wounded, doesn't want to bring it across here to assist. I don't think I'd be leaving the VP though. I'd probably be camped behind this light cover, trying to guard it. Okay, he's trying to maybe get an ambush as these troops come around the corner, but squad coming in from the center. outgunned. I think personally I'd try maybe get onto the VP itself. Stall out the cap for a tiny bit longer. But yeah, desperate times for Kobal. His tank's requiring repairs. Going to be repaired much more slowly than the Panzer IV. And in the meantime, the VPs are in some trouble. Looks like his shock troops, though, able to neutralize the center. Down to 28 now. They got the smoke grenade as well. Very handy for the capping. And Kobal, yeah, with just so much munitions this game. Kind of doesn't really have like a huge munition sink. Can be easy to float munis, but definitely there have been a lot of mine planting opportunities that Kobal has not taken advantage of. And it's going to be a Stug as a follow-up for Spaget. I feel like this is a good scenario for the Stug though. Game kind of feels a little bit more open. Might find an opportunity to chase down and kill one of these T-34s. So just damaging them. Shock troops lob the smoke to stall in the center for a little bit longer. Rifle grenades in though. Ooh, down to one model. That's a lot of reinforcing, and Kobal just struggling in the manpower department right now. Conscripts are going to be the next to jump into this end. He's actually got double packs, by the way. Such a strange scenario. T-34 in here doing some damage. Once again, Kobal trying to make use of this blocker. Light artillery barrage dropped on one of the packs. But he gets out of there, didn't take too much damage. Double T-34s in the center. Chasing away the Grenadiers, doing a lot of damage. This pack can't find the angle at the moment. Stug just arriving now. The pack's in a good enough position. If these was this, he'd probably double this barrage this and clear it off, but can't do that. These are only packs, buddy. Here we go, pack setting up, missing its first shot. Now it's Spaget making use of this area to hide from the anti-tank guns. Double T-34's in some trouble. The Stug arriving. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And the Vet 3 T-34 finally goes down. Now the Stug closing in, looking for the other T-34 left in the center. Didn't back away at all. Spaget now pressuring the anti-tank guns. Backing away. Needs to spot the Blitz on his P4. Well, he's going to get away anyway, it looks like, and the Jaeger command squad just ripping into the support weapons. Shock troops charging into the center. Anti-tank grenade out, but the double anti-tank guns not there to support any longer, so Spaget can get so much more aggressive with the Panzer IV. And Kobal throws in the towel, which is understandable given his position. About to lose on victory points. GG. Oh, it's a bit of a strange game, you know, some slow moments at times, but overall, pretty reasonable one. I think Kobal just, missing out. I don't know if I saw him plant a single mine this game, which is quite bad when you go for double combat engineers like he did. It's one of the main reasons you would go for double combat engineers instead of 4 conscripts. Spaget, though, just scrapping this one out. Maybe had like a little bit too much manpower float throughout a good chunk of this game, but it's just because I feel like the manpower bleed was quite low overall this match. These two weren't taking super violent engagements. But yeah, Kobal just maybe a late game with the control. Things not really working out for him too well there. Well done for Spaget, Looked down and out at a couple stages, but able to bring this one back. Well, anyway, guys, wrapping that. If you like good game, be cast by me. Details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.